Hello and welcome. Today I'm solving my puzzle, Leapfrog of War. The rules are as follows. Normal Sudoku rules, which means the digits 1 through 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Anywhere in the grid, the digits 1 through 9 once each. Fog of War. The fog covers the grid. Correctly placing a digit removes fog from the surrounding cells, and no guessing is required. Leapfrog rule. Frogs cover the grid. Adjacent digits across frogs leap in value and differ by exactly 3. All possible frogs are given. The break-in on this puzzle. Oh, at this point I'm supposed to say, if you want to try solving it without my help, pause the video, go solve it, come on back and comment, let me know how you did and how you liked it. This was one of my early Fog of War puzzles. I think it was my third, just playing around with that feature. The break-in on this one is that 1 plus 3 is 4, and digits across a frog leap in value by 3, so that's 4. I'm going to use the red digits for 1, 4, and 4 plus 3 is 7. I'm going to use red for those, and we know that the 1, 4, and 7 appear somewhere in this box, but they can't be in the same column with themselves. They can't be in the left-hand side because the 7 is not there, and 1, 4, and 7 are one of the 3 groups. The groups are 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 6, 9, by the way. Those are the 3 different groups that can, 3 sets of digits that differ by 3. So the 1, 4, 7 are, the 1 and 4 are over here. We know that the 4 can't go by the 7. We know that the 1 and 4 can't go next to each other without a frog because all possible frogs are given. So this is the 1, this is the 4, and we see the fog clear. The 1 plus 3 is 4, so those are pink digits. And now we've got a 5, which I'm going to mark green. So these digits are not 1, 4, 7, and that is not a 5. And this also can't be a 5, because if this were a 5, that would be a 2 and 8, which would differ by 3 from that one, and there would be a frog. But since all frogs are given, we know that this is not a 5, and I'm going to mark it blue. It's from 3, 6, and 9. And we know that there's a 6. One of them is a 6. This is every pair of digits across a frog either has a 4, 5, or 6 on it. So we know this one has 6s because the 4 and 5 are in the row. That's a blue digit. That makes this a blue digit. And there's a 6 in one of those two. Either these two are 6s or that's a 6, and these are 3 and 9. Anyway, that 3, 6, 9 sees down into this cage and makes this the 5 with the 2 and 8 on either side. That makes this a 6 and either 3 or 9. These are green. Okay, this digit can't be a 5, and this digit can't be a 5, because if that were a 5, it would have a frog with the 2 and 8. This digit also can't be a 1, 4, or 7, so this is a blue digit. And it's not the 6, because the 6 is over there, so this one is a 3 or a 9. This one can't be the 6. It's now not the 6. That makes this one the 6. And we've cleared some more fog. Huh. That makes this one the 6, to be 3 away from 3 or 9. This is a 2, color that green. Now this pair needs a 4, 5, or 6, but it sees a 4 in the row and a 5 in the column. 6 in the box, I mean. So it's a 5 and a 2 or an 8. The 5 can't go here next to the 2 without a frog, so that's the 5. This is the 8. We had a 4 in this box, can only go there because of these two 4s. The 9 is a blue digit. That makes this the 3. That the 9. We don't know what that is yet. Well, I wonder why that shot off snow. I've never seen that before. Okay, these digits are the 1 and a 7, and they are pink. These are not pinks. They are. This is not a 9. It's a 3, 6. This is not a 6. That is the 6. This is now a 3, 5, 2, 8. And we know that the 2 and the 5 have to be well, we don't know that yet. There could be a frog in between those two. But this is not the 5 because of that 5. So this could still be the 5 and the 2 and 8. This digit is the other of 3 or 9. It's the third blue in the box. This group of digits has a 1, 7, and 8. This can't be either the 1 or the 7 next to the 4 without a frog, so this is the 8. These are not the 8s. These are not the 8s. The last 8 in the row. Last green digit in the box. These are not 3s. This can't be a 5 with an 8 without a frog, so this is the 5. There is no frog, so that's a 3 and that's a 2. Go ahead and mark these, color them. It's always fun to color. Okay. In this row, we have a 4, 6, 9, and 5, so we need a 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. This has to be a 2 or 8. This cannot be an 8 or a 2. This is a 6 or a 4. Cross the frog from a 1, 3, 7. This is not a 1. It's not a 7 next to the 4 without a frog. Could be a 2, 3, or 8. These two next to a 5 without a frog are not 2 or 8. This 7 has to go somewhere in this box. I've already indicated it doesn't go there. It can't go on that frog, can't go in a column with itself. If we were on the frog, it would need a 4. Can't go in the column with itself. The 7 goes there. Mark it pink. This is a 5, 2, and 8. It's green. The 5 can't go, let's see. Okay, if that's a 5, that's a 3. Little coloring, pass the time. These digits are from all kinds of different things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 is not in the row with the 7. 1 is not in the row with a 1. These are not the 2 or the 8. These are not the 3. This one has no frog. It can't be a 2 or an 8. The only other place for a 2 and 8 in this row is there. This is not the 3. That 2 and 8 can't go next to a 5. This is the 5. And now we know that these 3 are green. That means this one is blue, and the 3 greens repeat up there. The 1 and 4 are up there. 4 can't go next to 7. The 3, 9. These are 5, 2, and 8. If that were a 5 or that were a 5, there'd be a frog in between those two. So this is the 5. These are not 5s. This is where the 6 goes with its partner plus a 7. These 3 digits repeat up there, so the 7 has to be in the middle of them. 7 is red. 4 can't be in between the 1 candidates. The 4 has to be up there because there's no frog. That can't be a 1. This is the 1. That is the other blue. And these are pink. These are blues, and one of them is the 6. Okay. The 4 can't go next to a 1 or a 7. That's a 3. That's been there for a while. Totally missed that before. Get rid of all the 3s in the box. That 4 in the column sees all those 4s. 3 can't be next to a 6. That's 7 or 9. This 1, 7 means, well, that's all the 1, 7s in the column. This is not a 1. That's not a 7. Until we see if there's a frog there, we don't know whether that's a 4. This is not a 3 because of that 3. So this is a red pair. And that's the 4. Now we have, what do we have? One, 7, 1, 7. This is a red, might as well color it, even though the fog isn't cleared. 5 in this box has to be there because of this 5 and that 5. This is a 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 6. 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 6. This is not the 7. This is also not a 1 next to the 4 without a frog. This is not a 2 or an 8 next to the 5 without a frog. It's not the 6 because of the 6 in the column. It's also not a 3 because of the column. That's the 1. Mark that red. No more 1s in the box. That's the 7, the 1, and the 7. The 8 sees into that column. That's the not the 8. Okay, the 7 is in one of these two cells because of, no, it's not. That's not. That absolute. Oh, there we go. This is a 1 in the row, and now the 7 is in one of those two. That 7 puts a 7 in one of those two, so this cannot be a 4 without a frog. That's either a 7 or this is a 7, and either way, that's not the 4. Oh, you know what? It's not the 4 because of the row anyway. If this is the 6, that could work. 4 can't go next to a 7 without a frog. There's no 1 in this box. This is not a 2. It's a 3 or a 6, so this can't be a 3 or a 6 because there would be a frog. This is a green digit. This is not a green digit. It's a 3 or 6. It is blue. This is blue. It's not a 1 in the box. This is a blue digit. This cannot be a 6 or 9 next to a 6, 9 without a frog. That is a 2, 4, or 8. The 3 blues are all taken up in the row between those 3. This is not a blue. It's not a 6 or a 9. It's a 2, 4, or 8. The 2, 8 is over there, making one of these a 4. This, by the way, is a 7 in the column and a 1. Okay. All right, in this row, the 2/8 are here, here, and here. This is not a 6 or a 9. That is a green digit. Ugh. This column, we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 7, 9. This is not the 7. This is not the 5. It's also not the 6 next to a 3, 6, 9 without a frog. This is not a 6 or 9 next to the 6 or 9 without a frog. That's not a 1. It's a 5 or 7. What is the next smart thing I do with this? Okay, I have a 4 somewhere here, because of these 2 4s and that 4, but the 4 can't go next to the 1, so the 4 is there. Now I have a 4 over here. That's pink, by the way. Now I need a 1. This is a 1, 3, 6. And not a 2, 8. 1, 3, 6, 7. This is a 3, 6, 5, and 9. If that's a 6, that's a 3, and one of the others is a 9, and that can't, and that would need a frog. So that's not the 6. It is the 3, 5, or 9. These remaining digits here are 2 and 8 in the column. And those are green digits. This can't be neither one of those can be a 5. Which means that one's the 5. Color that green. The 5 here by Sudoku. Okay. Neither of those can be a 6. It's a 3, 9 pair. That's the 3. That's the 9. That's the 6. And those are blue. This is the 6. The 9. And the 3, the 6, the 9 here. Can't go next to a 6 without a frog. That's the 7. Color it red. Six in the column makes that a 1 and that a 7. Those are both red. That is not workable. What did I do wrong? I am missing in that column a 1 and a 9. Okay. This is not a 1. This is the 9 in that column. That's the 1. That's the 9. Make it blue. Make the 1 red. That's all my reds in that row. This is not a 1, so that is. And that's a red. Still need a 7 over here. Got to be there. The 8 is green. Makes that the 2. This is a 4, which is red. There's the 3, 6 pair. That's the 9. 6. This is an 8, which is green. That is the 4, which is red. That is 3 something pair. That's the 2. This is a 3, 6. Figure that out in a moment. This is the 3. And the 6. And the 3. And the 6. And those are all blue. Oops. Hit that by mistake. Okay, that's the 7 remaining digit in the row. That is, what, the 1, 3? It's the 3. It's blue. 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 3, 9, and that's it. And there's my little frog Sudoku puzzle there in the message when you successfully complete it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know.